Well, hello. Happy Monday. Oh my God, I am feeling very energized. I have been feeling a little bit less energetic for the last, I think probably 2 weeks. I got a wee bit of a, excuse me, I've still got a wee tickly bit, but I just got a little bit of tickles and that was dumb, and a little bit of coughing and a little bit of, just a bit blocked up. Nothing major. But my chest was certainly worse for wear. And I wasn't doing so well with the breathing. And breathing's quite important, when you're talking. Anyway, I spent this last week kind of being very gentle with myself. And then on the weekend, we had a very big moon, a new moon. I'm quite into the moon, I've got to say. I was talking to someone the other day about the moon, and they were like, "Oh, what do you mean? Do you actually think the moon has an impact on us?" And I'm like, Are you fucking stupid? Like, have you not noticed that the moon literally pulls the ocean in and out? Do you not know how the moon works? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, they're like, I just think, they think the moon's just some basketball that just dangles above them. I'm like, wow. Okay. So the moon has an energy, right? Fucking unbelievable energy, actually. And when you do a lot of study in the moon, I'm quite into the power of the moon. And interestingly enough, I opened up my planner this morning, and the quote from Albert Einstein is, "Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it." So that's what Albert said. Everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. So the energy of a full moon is really exciting, and I quite like a bit of moon, and I quite like a bit of astrology. I quite like a bit of all that, and it's a big time. So if you're into all that shit, if you know, you'll know, and if you don't care, well, that's fine. But anyway, there was a big moon on Saturday night, and I was really excited, and I thought, right, a moon. So when it's a full moon, I put my crystals outside to charge, and sometimes I'll do a little burning ceremony or something, because it's I love a ritual. I'm really into rituals, and I love a end of a phase. Like, I love going, oh, well, that's that. And really, everything's a phase, right? Everything in life is just a big fat phase. And you go, right, well, I'm done with that phase, or I'm done with, whether it's a job or a parenting role, or a relationship, or an energy, anything that you're in. Everything's temporary, right, as we know. So anyway, I get a bit excited every now and then. Some of the moons are more significant than others, and this was a really powerful one. So I said to one of my gorgeous friends, let's have a bit of a full moon party. And it's always helpful when it's a Saturday night, isn't it, instead of a mouldy old Tuesday. So mouldy old Tuesday, and not that I'm against Tuesdays, don't get offended, but a Saturday gave us a bit more time. So and the moon was at its fullest at 12:22, and it is a pink moon, actually only because of the time of year it is. It's a moon that's known for blooming pink flowers, blah, blah, not actually a pink moon. But the sky was quite pink, shepherd's delight and all that. So we did this wee ritual, and then, and we burnt shit. It was bloody fantastic. And then I went and bought pink flowers. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see them. We had pink flowers and rose petals, and we burnt them all. And then we went to the beach, because it's beautiful at the beach, and it was really still, and all the stars were out. And we sat and burnt very safely, burnt our offerings to the moon, and set a whole lot of new intentions. And then we sprinkled our burnings with a bit of sand and, a bit of ashes to ashes. And then we sprinkled all our flowers, and then we sprinkled that all in the water. And we threw all these beautiful pink flowers into the ocean. Oh, it was bloody under the moonlight. It was so bright. It was amazing. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you all this is I woke up yesterday like full of energy, and fucking hell, I don't know what this moon has done, but I've been cleaning. Must be a cleaning. I never clean. So if you don't know me very well, that's a shock, a big shock. Like, I've been cleaning everything. I cleaned the crystals. I've been changing the beds. I've been doing the cleaning, man. I've been cleaning everything. So I've been cleaning things that haven't been cleaned in a while. Oh my God. And I got into bed last night a little bit tired, I must say, because I've just been cleaning everything. So that was a bit of a thing. And now I'm all excited about my week, because I've got some good shit happening. I've got a whole new thing I'm launching. It's a series of masterclasses for self-employed people, and I'm really excited about it. It's really exciting, and it's called an Expert Accelerator, and it's to accelerate people who are experts and to help them. And all the years I've been self-employed, blah, 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 and I've worked with a lot of experts in my time, and this is kind of everything I've learned and everything I know. So it's broken down, and it's a 4-week program, and we're just finalising all the details. So let's watch the space. It's very exciting. And Michaela and I are doing a big planning meeting today and getting all of this stuff. It's a lot of stuff you've got to have before you can launch a program out to the world, because people will have questions. You've got to have websites, landing pages, bloody information. You've got to have social media. You've got to have plans. So we've got all the plans. That's today's job. That's the jobbies, is the plans. And then I've got some Tuesday's just more meetings. And I've got some organising to do. Now, at the moment, I've got a lot on. So the next sort of 8 to 10 weeks is a little bit hectic. I have 2 really hectic times of year. One is kind of May, June, and one is September, October, or August, September. So they're big conferencey times. So there's a lot happening. I've also got my dad's 80th. I've got a trip to China. I'm helping doing some work with the New Zealand Taekwondo team that my son's in Auckland. And I've got a whole lot of presentations to do. And Easter, that's a lot. So what I like to do to organise myself is I set up buckets, like not literally buckets, but baskets. So I've got a basket at the moment for China. Things I need to take, things I need to remember, because my brain goes, oh, don't forget that. And then, I've got this big kind of, like those big camping buckety things, or I just collect baskets. I've got lots of containers. When you have a lot of shit, you have to have a lot of containers. So I have a container for China. I have a container for Easter where I've put all the things I've bought, little Easter treats, little special Easter things. That's all in the Easter basket, like a big fucking Easter basket. Then I've got a big China basket. Then I've got my dad's 80th basket where I'm thinking about all the things I need for the 80th. And as I think of them, and sometimes I'll just put a note in there. Sometimes I'll put like, oh yes, I found beautiful candles for his cake. So the candles are in that. Sometimes it's a box, not a basket, right? But just a container for these projects. And I find that's really useful because otherwise I leave shit scattered everywhere. I've got some in my handbag, some in my car, some at work, some at home. Oh my God. And I can't find shit. I'll go out and buy things. I don't know if you're like me, but I get a bit muddly. So that's what I've done. And it's a big part of my planning actual stuff, And then I had a big clean out yesterday as part of my moon cleaning, cleaned out my handbag, cleaned out my briefcase, fucking cleaned out everything. So everything's organised, man. Oh my God, I'm so happy. I've got so much little shit because when I travel, I collect little things like little shampoos or little deodorants and little packets of things or little lip glosses or little hand creams. And then I think, oh, I need that. Turns out I've got 27 of all of them. I don't need them all. So I must stop. But anyway, the buckets help. So I've cleaned out my travel bucket. I've cleaned out my handbag, cleaned out all my things. So I'm feeling good about that. But I've got more organising to do on Tuesday. Time aside for the organising because I've got quite a lot to do. When you're having say a birthday or you're going on a trip, there's stuff to do. Like for China, I've got jobbies to do and I've got travel plans to make. And then I've got my dad's birthday, which I've got stuff to do. I've got people to phone. I've got things to order. So I've blocked out time in my planner for the ordering and the organising because I think otherwise it gets chaotic. And this is the only way I get a lot done when I'm really busy. So I have a list in my planner of all the things I've got coming up and then next to them all the jobbies needed for that project. Like for my dad's birthday, I've got like order a cake, invite people or decide what I'm going to eat. Are we doing decorations? What do we need? Like all the things. And all of these things, doesn't matter whether it's a trip, whether it's because I've got my repotted retreat coming up, I've got China coming up, and it's just a list of stuff, like things to do, things to buy, things to get, right? So I love that sort of planning and I love having all that in my planner. And then I block out an hour of just planning time or doing time, because it's all very well to plan, but then you've got to do the bloody stuff, right? You've got to book their travel insurance, or you've got to ring the cake person, or you've got, I don't know, there's just always, don't you think, always stuff to do. And I tend to be involved in lots of bloody things. So there's lists for all of that. And some of the things I delegate, some of the things I do, but I do like to have these physical containers for the stuff that's required. And I like to have a visual container, a space in my planner where I can write all that shit down. Because it's like, what have you got coming up? What's happening in your world between now and July that you need to do something for? You need to plan something for. You need to ring and order something, or stop something, or start something, or, book an animal into a kennel, or ring a travel agent. I don't know, there's always stuff to do, I find. So that's what I'm doing. Wednesday, I'm going to be helping my mum, and then I'm going to visit my friend Charlotte, and she's been in Italy she's been on a pottery trip. Oh my God, in Italy. Isn't it so? I cannot wait. I'm so excited to see her. She's been learning how to make porcelain. She's quite a good potter, my friend, but she's been doing next level shit. Went all the way to Italy on her own to do like 2 weeks of pottery. I love that. So I'm excited. I'm going to go and visit her and have a nice cup of tea and catch up and find out all about that. Then I have my godson's graduation, clever godson with a fine arts degree, going out for dinner. So I love celebrating the young people. Celebration and rituals, man. It's my thing at the moment. Celebrating my dad's 80th. So my ovula is going to have a big graduation. So that's cute. So I bought him a present. So I've got a pile on the table that I did last night of all the gifts I need to wrap and send and organise. I've got Easter gifts, birthday gifts, thank you gifts. Fucking hell, I've got stuff everywhere. So that's Wednesday. And then Thursday is just a bit of a mop-up, because then the Easter Bunny comes and we get to have Friday. I love Easter. I love doing not much at Easter. I love just hanging out. I just love hanging out. I like eating hot cross buns. I like lazying around watching movies, going for walks. I just do, and whatever the weather does, like if it's a rainy, windy, cold Easter, then I'm real happy with a movie and some soup. And if it's a lovely Easter, then I'm real happy with a walk on the beach and an ice cream. But I'll just be doing not a lot. I'm not into the hustle bustle and travel of Easter. I can't be fucked. I'm quite happy just to blob out. So that'll be me blobbing out. So that's that. So what have you got on? What's happening? What have you got to organise? Do you need anything for Easter? Are you going somewhere? Do you need to take something? My favourite thing, here's another thing that I'm really into at the moment. I'm giving second-hand gifts, I've decided. So if you're getting a gift from me, it's likely to be old. It's a bit of a sustainability buzz and also a bit of a game, because I love the game of finding gifts for people. Nothing more fun. Just go to a second-hand shop, wander around, find something that looks like that person and give it to them. Hilarious, funny, cheap, easy. And it's a bit more thought than if you just throw a pile of money at it. But one of my favourite things is making treats. So I went to some second-hand shops on Saturday when I was in Wellington, and I got like some really cool plates, like crystal cake plates. Then I make a cake, take it to someone for Easter, boom, they can keep the plate. I love that. I love that. So now I'm into that. Now I'm into making someone, I love making people food, definitely love language, and making people like a casserole in a casserole dish that I bought secondhand. Oh my God. It's the gift that keeps giving, right? You've given them a gorgeous dish, and you can buy a dish that they might be into, they're into blue, or they're into pottery, or they're into brown, or I don't know. But you can find really cool stuff that someone's gotten rid of, and let's place it. There's enough shit in the planet, so we need to start upcycling and reusing. There's so much cool shit. If you're not a secondhand junk slut, give it a try. Give it a try. Go and find some secondhand stuff. I think it's amazing. There you go. Have a wonderful week. Oh, well, I hope this cleaning doesn't keep going. I'll be bloody thin by the weekend if I keep up this pace. I mean, it's like cardio. I've done that much vacuuming and scrubbing. And I'll have to settle myself down. I'll have to settle down. No more cleaning tonight. Have a wonderful week. Bye.